I would absolutely love to talk about the cotton candy method of manifestation. Really, it's a very simple, practical thing. And the great thing is, you can do it anywhere. We can do it on our way to work. We can do it while we're at work. You can do it laying in your bed as you're meditating, kind of go to sleep. It is a great way to start bringing all the good things in your life. The number one thing I believe it does is it removes resistance out of our path. And resistance is the biggest blockage to manifesting the life of your dreams. Let's take a look at it today on the podcast. So, the principle behind the cotton candy method of manifestation is something I picked up from Abraham and Esther Hicks. So, the concept kind of came from there, but I've put my own spin and my own tweak on it, thus the cotton candy. So here's how it essentially works. You know how when you go to the fair and they're making cotton candy and they take that little paper tube and they run it into the little box with the strings of cotton candy and they start to spin it and spin it and spin it. And pretty soon it builds up more and more and more and it becomes this big thing of cotton candy. Well, that is the image in my mind of how this principle of manifestation really works. The strings of cotton candy are like your positive thoughts. So here's what you do: you start your day by looking for things that you like. And little by little, you begin to spin strands of those things together and they build up through the day. And I mean, we're talking little things. If you're on your way to work, look out around you. I know for me, I have a beautiful drive to the place that I go every day, and it's wonderful. I see turkeys, I see deer. It's nature. Maybe you don't have that. Maybe it's beautiful buildings, whatever it is. Find things you like and start your day by saying, I like that I have this beautiful scenery on my way to work. Maybe it's your car. I like this car that I drive. We'll go into it in another video, but I've shared with you guys before how I love 911s. And right now I drive a little Jetta and it's manual. And a lot of times I just imagine, I pretend, I visualize, call it whatever you want to call it, that I'm driving my 911 as I'm shifting through the gears. And sometimes I just think I like my 911 that I'm driving. Sometimes I think I like my Jetta that I'm driving. Find these things that you like and begin to name them. And what happens is you start spinning these little trails, these little threads of positive cotton candy into the fabric of your life. And the more you turn the tube and the more you attract them in, the more they collect. And you know what Joe Dispenza says: neurons that fire together wire together. And that's literally what you're doing in your brain. You are wiring together positive thoughts. You're building new neural pathways in your brain as you think these thoughts. And the more the thoughts you think in the positive direction, the stronger these pathways become and the more it changes your thinking. And if you watch this podcast at all, you know what we're big on here. What we believe, we become. So when you start believing, I mean really believing that your life is great, guess what? Your life is going to be great. So the cotton candy method of manifestation works, and it works throughout your day. A lot of times I have these big office windows at the dealership that I currently work at. And when I get in there, I look out the windows and I say things like, I like that I have all this light coming in while I work. In the afternoon, I even have to pull down these blinds. It's so bright. I like that I'm in this open environment. Find the things you like and start to name them. I think it's even more powerful if you can name them out loud. Now, you're going to sound crazy if you're near somebody, but understand that you can't do that. Sometimes when I go in my little bathroom break time, when I go into the restroom at work, it is a time for me to get vocal about my manifestations. It's a time for me to recharge and reset and do all these things. And a lot of times I'll just name things that I like. I like that I'm having a great day. I like that I work with this person who's funny and we get along and we make jokes together. And as you do that, guess what you're doing? You're stringing together more and more and more of those positive neural networks in your brain, and you are changing your reality. It's the first real step to manifesting the life of your dreams, the life that you want. That's how we do it. Let me give you a great example of this. The other day, I was doing this very practice of cotton candy manifestation, rolling together all these positive things that are happening through my day. During my kind of lunch time, I work in car sales currently. I was working with a customer. They were on a long extended test drive, and I told my friends and managers at work, I'm going out, I'm going to grab some lunch real quick. I was craving McDonald's, which I usually don't do, but I'm like, it's fast. This is going to be great. And when I pull up to the drive through, it's lunchtime. So there's like 3 cars at both the drive through lines in front of me, still ordering in a huge line around the side of the building. And I thought, I can do this. So I'm waiting in line. I'm one back from ordering. I see the pictures on the menu. There's this juicy new quarter pounder with cheese. And I'm like, that is what I want. I can taste it. Well, finally, I realized the line's moving so slow. This is not going to happen. I don't have time. My customer's going to come back. So I pull out of the line before I order. I think I'm going to drive across the street to Wendy's. I love Wendy's as much as I love McDonald's, but on this day, I had McDonald's in my mind. And I thought, oh man, Wendy's is going to be wrapped up and warmed over. It's not going to be great. But I go across the street. There's one person in line in front of me. So I get behind this person. They're there not even 30 seconds. They've ordered, they pull off. There's nobody in front of them in the line. I'm like, this is it. I'm going through. I order a chicken sandwich, some fries, and one of those strawberry lemonades. I pull up to get my food, and the fries are so fresh, I can barely eat them. They're that hot. They're crispy. They're perfect. I opened up my chicken sandwich, which usually at the Wendy's I go to, it's wrapped up and sitting there and waiting on you for a while because they're waiting on people to order it. They had just cooked it. It's so hot. It's so crispy. It's so fresh. I can barely get it in my mouth. On the way back to work, I began to realize, you know what I did? I cotton candy manifested this great experience into my life. The universe, God, call it whatever you want to, redirected me out of the McDonald's line over into the Wendy's line to have a great encounter on my lunch. And it was one of those little affirmations that what we believe, we become. It helped me so much. And it all started with the cotton candy manifestation, just stringing positive thoughts together again and again through my day. So I want to challenge you to do this. Do it today. Do it tomorrow, whenever it is. Start before you leave your home with the things that you are grateful for that day, the things that you appreciate in your environment. And they can be little bitty. They should be little bitty because they're going to weave together and they're going to get bigger and bigger on that cotton candy spool of gratitude. And as you start to do that daily, you're going to manifest the bigger things you want in life, those big dreams, because you're going to see the little lunches come together. And before you know it, you're driving a brand new 911. You're living in that new house. You're on that dream vacation. You're living in that dream location. Your life has changed because you're believing it and you're becoming it. That's how the cotton candy manifestation works. And it works for me, and it'll work for everybody out there listening to this. Give it a try. Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe here if this kind of content is helping you. It'll be great, everybody.